So today we would like to speak some words about the conception of divine injustice, which is the only available injustice in the world actually. According to our philosophical presentation, we have what we may call divine justice or karma, which basically is speaking to us about the perfect agency for justice, for reformation. First of all, I want to make that clear. Karma or justice is not a chastising agency, but a reformative one. That includes a type of compassion, because if you ask justice for someone, it's with the hope that that person may eventually become a better person through a particular agency, in this case called divine justice, perfect justice, or karma. So if we say that karma is perfect justice, so if perfect justice is there could be no injustice. Because if we speak in terms of injustice, it means that justice is not that perfect and some injustice comes there. Of course, we may perceive that on a social level, on the whole range of human imperfections, but we are speaking about, again, a perfect law, devised by the divine itself, if you will, perfect karma, if you will. So no injustice possible. So that's a very interesting concept, to live our life really understanding there is no injustice, if you will. Of course, this doesn't mean that we will become hard-hearted, and if someone is suffering, we won't help that person. But there must be a reason for that person to be experiencing what he or she is experiencing. That's also an important aspect of helping the person to go through whatever he or she may be experiencing. So on one side we have this important point to understand there is no injustice, because if there may be injustice, God is falling for that. God is indulging in some sort of imperfection, because His law, karma, is not that perfect as I thought. So if it's perfect, no possibility of injustice. Now if we insist that we may like to speak in terms of injustice, okay, no problem. We have its transcendental possibility in the form of mercy, mercy, costless mercy, that we may call divine injustice. Why? Because costless mercy is not just. I mean, there is no merit to that. We don't deserve it. When we speak about anarpita, samarpita in our context of Gaudiya Vaishnava, the gift coming for Mahaprabhu in this era to us, we did nothing to deserve that, but it came, as the saying goes, help me when I deserve it the less, because that's when I will need it the most. So we are speaking about a different department there. Not about the department of justice or karma, but the department of mercy. So again, no matter what we will do, we won't never deserve that. That's the idea of mercy, and that's a tough one to digest. Try to imagine this. Are we willing to live a life where we will be receiving something that no matter what we do, we will never deserve that ever? That requires a big degree of humility, and that's why some people actually ends up choosing justice instead of mercy, because to ask for mercy is not a cheap thing. I mean, we may say, costless mercy, come to me, but when the costless mercy comes to you, you will have to properly honor that, realizing no matter what I do, I will never be able to pay that. I will never be able to acquire the necessary merit for that. So I have to be really humble to deal with that in a sustainable way. So sometimes it's too much for our ego to have to deal with such an issue, and we may go to the cheaper option of justice. Asking justice that is what you deserve is more on the ego realm. I have this because I did it, I deserve it. Okay, there's a realm for that. But if we go beyond the department of divine justice, karma, and we want to enter into the agency of divine injustice, costless mercy, kripa, well, we should be ready for that. We should have the proper humility for dealing with such a reality. But again, there is a type of injustice, but not on this realm. Here is perfect justice, divine justice. So our hope even to transcend divine justice can only be something divine also, but in this case, what we call divine injustice. So some words about this important issue, and see you in the next fortnight.